happy Sunday. This is Kelly with IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and today is Sunday, March the 12th, and this is chat number 310, and Dusty's already starting. Yeah, John's not here to rescue me from him. Anyway, this is chat number 310, and it is titled, Is My Weight Loss Goal Right for Me? And I'm starting to think, is my location for this chat right for me? Because Dusty's going to wander around all night. Anywho, okay, I am Kelly. This is chat number 310. Let me get caught up here with you so that I can see your comments. Hello and happy Sunday, everybody. Let us see. And John will not be with us tonight. He will not be with us tonight because he got suckered into going and helping on a job site. Hello, Sylvia. It's good to see you. Oh, and I'm about to have an equipment failure here. There we go. Hello, Jonna. It's good to see you. Hello, Marianne from Pennsylvania. Hello, and happy Sunday, everybody. Sorry, you'll have to excuse Dusty out wandering around. Maybe I'll go stick him back where he's supposed to be here in a few minutes. And hello, Annette. Happy Sunday to you. Hello, Lynn. I will be so happy when we get our new setup in the new showroom so that Dusty does not have to just wander around the loft during the whole time. And hello, Elaine. It is good to see you as well. And hello, Orlando Debbie. Today is March the 12th, and we are headed into spring break here in Knoxville, here in East Tennessee. Well, I don't know that all of East Tennessee is on spring break, but we are headed into that. And you all can thank the semi-normal voice to a lot of Zyrtec and some rain. So the rain washed a lot of the pollen down this week. And so I have a fantastically more normal voice, and I'm super happy for that. But anyway, so hello and happy Sunday, everybody. I hope you all will chime in and chat with each other. And if you're brand new, let us know because we love to welcome new people. And thank you for whoever is sending all of those hearts. I sincerely appreciate it. But this week we're going to be talking about, is your weight loss goal right for you? I thought mine was in the beginning. Turns out it wasn't. But we're going to talk about that here in a little bit. Hello, Mary from Pittsburgh. Hello, Scott. Scott, it's good to see you. How are you feeling? Hello, Deanna. Oh, Deanna's headed to Tennessee next week. What part of Tennessee are you going to be visiting? Anywhere near me? Because I might be available. And, oh, Debbie says they are on spring break this week, too. So glad I'm not headed to Orlando to compete with all of the other spring breakers. Hello, Pat from Illinois. And hello, Trish. Trish, a little birdie told me that it might be your birthday today. Is that true? Because if it is, you know I have to sing just a little bit. And hello, Marlene from Florida. Okay, so, oh good, Scott is feeling much better. That is awesome. And hello, Tag from Buffalo, New York. So if you all are just joining us, if you're brand new, please let us know so we can welcome you. Hello, Sherry from Cape Coral, Florida. And hello, Mindy. How's everybody in your world? And hello, Barbara from the Crossroads. Oh, well, thank you very much. It was Barbara with all the hearts. Thank you, thank you. I sincerely appreciate that. Oh, and Deanna is going to Chattanooga and Nashville. And Chattanooga is only like an hour and a half from me. Yeah, I don't think I can sneak out that much, but yeah, Chattanooga would be super close. And hello, Loretta from Virginia. It's nice to see you. Oh no, Lynn. Lynn says her settings have been canceled again. Oh no, her meetings have been canceled again. I heard that from a few people, so I don't know what is up with that, but I will try to get, some more information. And Mindy is unemployed. Okay, Mindy, you might need to message me about that here in a little bit. And hello, Lisa from Arkansas. Yeah, because I'd like to know what is going on with that. That is certainly strange news. So a little bit of news, speaking of that, for March. We experienced my least favorite day of the year last night. That is the spring forward. So in case you are in an area where your time does not change, lucky you. I am hoping that we get rid of that soon. They talk about it every year, and then every year we still have it. But we experienced that last night, so we lost an hour of sleep last night. Fortunately, I had the cell phone and my Apple Watch were kind enough to go ahead and update the time for me because I completely forgot to change any clocks. But you'll have to excuse my daylight savings time discombobulation. So you would think that losing 1 hour of sleep wouldn't be that big of a deal, but it's an unwilling hour of sleep, so yeah, it was unwilling. Okay, yes, and Barbara says she hates it and she is so sleepy. I know, and it's so weird because the time went forward, so technically it is only like 7 something here, but it feels like, I don't know, losing that hour, it messes me up every single week. Okay, one other little bit of news, and I am only going to, and Sylvia, I love the extra hour of daylight in the evening too, but I wish they would just leave it alone. So I'm a person who is A-okay with it being dark in the morning. Some of you all are not, but I'm okay with it being dark in the morning. I need it to be, you know, because you're waking up. You know, it should be dark when you're waking up. And, but I need the extra hour, or I need the extra time, you know, in the afternoon, in the evening, you know, because I want to go to sleep. I literally want to go to sleep when it gets dark that early. Okay, and hello, Katie. It's good to see you. It has been a little bit since we've seen you. Okay, the other little bit of news that we're going to talk about tonight, and this is just news. I do not have any extra information. I'm still researching this. I've chatted with Orlando Debbie just a smidge about this, and I've chatted with just a couple of other people. And yes, Orlando Debbie, I need evening light too. Also, that is me. Also, I don't know enough about this to comment. Okay. But I'm going to say, because I have been asked a million times, hello, Sandra from Naperville, because I've been asked a million times, I'm just going to mention this. We're not going to go in depth talking about this. Yes, Weight Watchers did purchase or is purchasing Weekend Health Incorporated, which operates a telehealth platform called Sequence. So in case you, and Debbie says that I'm frozen on her side, but I've got myself like simulcast on the iPad so that I can watch, since I don't have the Mevo camera going here at home, and I'm not frozen there. So I'm hoping everything's good, and it is just Debbie. But anyway, so Weight Watchers has purchased Weekend Health. It's Weekend Health Incorporated, and they operate a telehealth platform called Sequence. This news comes with a lot of trepidation. It comes with a lot of questions. It comes with a lot of questions about telehealth. It comes with, questions about weight loss drugs. They also, that same company has a lot of prescription drugs that you all have heard of. And I don't know enough about it to go into many details. I'm not ready to answer any questions, not ready to talk about any details. Please do me a favor, until I can get some more information from some trusted resources, please do me a favor and do not turn tonight's chat, hello Chris, into a frenzy over this topic. This change will somehow some new potential members, and hello Jennifer, it's good to see you, some new potential members will come to the game, but it doesn't change what we're doing today, okay? So please do not let the news about Weight Watchers buying, especially Sequence. It's funny, everybody seems more upset about the fact that they bought Sequence, the telehealth, who operates a telehealth network. Hello Kim. For some reason, people seem more upset about that than they do about the weight loss drugs. So I don't know. And again, I don't have enough information to weigh in very much on that. But I will say, so this change is probably going to be beneficial. I feel like maybe to some new members, it'll bring some new members, to this game, but it doesn't change what you and I are doing today. Okay. It doesn't change anything that we're doing today. And just do you today and don't get distracted. Okay. So this is not a new plan. It's not a new program. We're not having a early in the year Weight Watchers change. It was just a corporate move. I mean, I've talked about this a million times. Weight Watchers is a for-profit company. Aloha, Kathy. They are a for-profit company. So it's awesome and amazing that they do all of this research, to help us. But I just need y'all to understand it is a for-profit company, and for-profit companies have to do things to make profit. Okay. And I understand that what I'm getting ready to say, I hope does not spark a lot of debate, but I did see that their shareholder, like I wish that I had known this was coming. Of course, that would have been insider trading. But anyway, it jumped 70%. Okay. So their stocks went up 70%. So I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so let's not get distracted on that though tonight. I did want to address it, but I wanted to address it and say you're going to hear a lot of smack. Hello, Vicky. You're going to hear a lot of smack. You're going to hear a lot of people down on it. You're going to hear some people that are up on it. I have a feeling that it's going to be maybe new people that are going to be the most excited. Those of us that have been around for a while don't really know what to do with the news yet, and we don't even really know what the news is. Okay, and there are a million different things to check out. I mean, I've seen everything from internet, I don't know what to call it, like trash talk. It would be like, what is that? Like Entertainment Tonight, top news, or like, something that you would see on the, the Globe or whatever that you would see at the checkout stand, all the way to CNN, MSNBC, you know, some legitimate news sources. So anyway, we'll flesh this out. I'll find out as much as I can, you know, in this next week. But I just wanted to mention it because several people have asked. I will find out as much as I can, okay? And hello, Evie. And yes, a frenzy, Mary, a frenzy for sure. Okay, so last week was chat number 309, and I need to know, exactly right, Cheryl, it really doesn't impact you one way or another. We can either choose or not choose to do whatever is coming, okay? So I need to know who sat their bottom in a chair last week. So who, give me some thumbs ups, who had their bottoms in a chair in a physical workshop, in your own workshop. And I'm so sorry to those of you whose workshops just closed or are closing. But if you did a Zoom workshop, let's see some thumbs ups. Or if you were here with us live last week, let's see some hearts. Or if you watched later on demand, some hearts. I have to register one complaint. My one complaint is our YouTube, people watching this on YouTube or sharing on YouTube has just gone, and I know I talk a lot about when things do roller coasters like this, which we're going to talk about here in a minute. I do talk about not just, you know, throwing in the towel on things and, you know, giving up, but I don't know. If the YouTube keeps plummeting like it is, I wonder if I need to keep spending Casey's time, posting to that. Anyway, so if you watch this later on YouTube, please, please, please keep it up, just to change my mind about this. But bravo stickers to everyone. Oh, I see lots of hearts and I see lots of thumbs ups. Bravo stickers to everyone who sat in a chair. And I know, hold on. Oh, Marianne sat her bottom in a green chair. Good job. Trish, I still didn't hear the news. I didn't see it pop up. Was the little birdie right? Is today your birthday? Okay, but bravo stickers to everyone who attended a workshop last week, who went to a Zoom workshop or attended here with us. Congratulations, everybody. So last week was chat number 309, and we were talking about what happens to your body when you lose weight. And we chatted about the fact that when I first joined Weight Watchers, I thought that the only thing, and that's fair, Sandra, thank you. Oh, and Scott's bottom was in a green chair. I thought the only thing that happened when you lost weight was you lost weight and maybe your body changed size, you know, and that's all. I mean, that's been 20, gosh, how many years ago? Casey's 29, so that has been 27 years ago that I joined Weight Watchers for the first of 6 times. But I literally thought that's the only thing that happened, was that you lost weight and your body got smaller. Now, 27 years later, I know there are so many more things that happen when you lose weight. So last week we talked about health improvements. If you lose between 5 to 10% of your body weight, which is not much. I mean, again, I think last week I said if you weighed 200 pounds, or if you weigh 200 pounds, that would be between 10 and 20 pounds. That's not a lot. A lot of us lose that much, you know, pretty quickly, you know, even when you just first begin. But just losing 5 to 10% of your body weight can improve your mood, sleep. It can lower your blood sugar, your A1C. It can lower cholesterol. It can improve joint pain. I mean, it can actually decrease your risk of heart disease. That's crazy. So if nothing else, just try to lose 5 to 10% of your body weight. We did chat about the fact that the scale is still not smart. It's just not smart, okay? The scale has no idea how you're doing. It doesn't know what other ramifications you've had besides, you know, weight loss. It just doesn't know. It's just not that bright. And then we talked about non-scale victories, and I said, give me an N, give me an S, give me a V, NSV, non-scale victories. We talked about that in great detail last week. Those are victories that the scale can't reward you with. So you still get a reward. You still should be rewarded for those, whether it's internal, external, you know, things you can see, things people notice. Oh, hold on a second. Let's see. Marlene says she watches another person on YouTube who mentioned exactly the same thing. Hers has gone down since the first of the year too. I don't know. I'm not a fan of TikTok, so probably won't be doing that. But, you know, I don't know. Casey spends a lot of time on the YouTube channel. Okay. So, but the NSVs, your homework for last week was to be a cheerleader, #cheerleader. And it was a little bit of a plot twist last week because I didn't want you to tell us something about yourself. I wanted you to cheer on someone else and be a cheerleader, a leader of cheers for another member, somebody on Connect, somebody here in our group, you know, just somebody that you could brag on that, you know, that has done something great to, you know, for non-scale victories and, you know, non-scale victory that you could brag on for them. And these were fantastic. So Julie, here's how you did with your homework. So Julie cheered on an entire team of encouragers, energy givers, recipe sharers, and more. And I want you to go check out her post in the If You Have an Egg group to see who got cheered. So those non-scale victories were things that these people are happier. They're more joyful. They've got more recipes to share. They're experimenting. I mean, those are all non-scale victories. Ramona says cheers to everyone on the chat who was on the chat last week, and to our If You Have an Egg group for all of their ideas and encouragement. So that is a non-scale victory because she's getting lots of ideas. She's getting lots of encouragement from the group. Lynn, though, wants to cheer on her buddy Marilyn, who is at her in-town meeting. That sounds like it's going away again. So you're going to have to figure out how to get in touch with her, though, Lynn. She says she is always so sweet, upbeat, and she always comes in with a positive attitude. She is a widow living on a farm, and she does all of the work herself. Cheers to her. So cheers to that hardworking friend and encourager. So everybody who did your homework last week, bravo stickers, extra bravo stickers for doing your homework last week. Good job, everybody. Y'all are the bomb, and you know I love it. I love you doing your homework, only seconded by you watching the YouTube. Ha ha ha. Hello, Loretta. Okay, this week though, we're talking about, is my weight loss goal right for me? And we're going to talk about me here in just a second. Yeah, because we have to talk about me. But I just wanted to say, I wanted to state a fact. So Weight Watchers has been publishing the 3 fast facts every week, and I guess they've been doing this all year, but Gwen reads them to us, and they are also on your weekly. And if you're one of the brave souls who can find your weekly, that's really my only complaint this year for Weight Watchers. So, but if you were one of the brave souls who can still dig deep and find your weekly, kudos to you. But they've been doing 3 fast facts, and this was not one of the fast facts, but it is a fact. So fact, no matter what year it is, so it doesn't matter if it's 1970, 2000, 2023, no matter what the year is, doesn't matter what the most popular weight loss program is, so it doesn't matter if you're doing Jenny Craig, if you're doing Weight Watchers, if you're doing Noom, something like that, doesn't matter, and it doesn't matter how old you are. So it doesn't matter if you're 25, 55, 85, doesn't matter. It is a scientific fact. Science still agrees that it takes 3,500 calories to change your weight up or down, okay? So you have to be in a 3,500 calorie deficit to lose a pound, or a 3,500 calorie, what's the opposite of a deficit? Upswing? I don't know. I didn't look that up. But whatever the opposite of a deficit is, 3,500 calories, 3,500 calories. Hello, Carol. 3,500 calories is what it takes to either lose or gain a pound. And then one of the fast facts for last week was that a healthy rate of weight loss is deemed to be 1 to 2 pounds per week. I don't think that's new news for anybody. So that means, he's already started. That means you have to take in 500 calories less per day through food intake or through a combination, surplus, thank you, Scott, through food intake or through a combination of food and exercise for an entire week. You have to do that for an entire week, 500, average 500 a day to lose 1 pound. So that means 1,000 less per day to lose 2 pounds in 1 week. Yeah. So that's a lot. So if you ask me, 2 pounds is looking like a pretty good achievement right now. You have to have a deficit of 1,000 calories a day to lose 2 pounds, because that would be 7,000 calories in the week. That's a pretty big achievement in my opinion. So I know there's been plenty of weeks where I've gone, 1 pound, 2 pounds, whatever. But that said, how do you know if your weight loss goal, though, is right for you? So just knowing that it takes 500 less calories a day or 1,000 less calories a day for 2 pounds, that's crazy. Okay, so one question is when. So when you're thinking about your weight loss, like when do you want to have this weight loss? So if there's a timeline on your weight loss, it can make a huge difference in what a realistic goal might look like. So for example, let's say that if it revolves around an event, you might need to do some math. So let's say it's a beach trip. You're going to the beach in 12 weeks. I wish I was going to the beach or to Disney in 12 weeks. But let's say you're going to the beach in 12 weeks. If you started today, you might expect a reasonable loss of, say, if you go by the averages, you might expect a reasonable loss of, let's say, 10 pounds in that 12 weeks if all goes well. That's if you start today. But if you start on week 10, you might only expect maybe 2 pounds if you wait until week 10. So when, is a big part of this. But if you're looking at your weight loss at a longer term, like a longer term goal, you might want to break it down into smaller bite-sized portions, so that the end result isn't so overwhelming. So when is going to make a big difference. The next thing is pounds versus actual weight loss. And I want to know, Gwen asked us this during our meeting Tuesday night, and I had not really thought about this, but I want to ask you all a question. So when you think about your weight loss, are you more interested in the total pounds that you're going to lose, or what you will actually weigh when you get there? So if you're more interested in just the pounds, so if you want to lose like 20 pounds, 30 pounds, 40 pounds, 50 pounds, give me a thumbs up. So if your weight loss goal revolves right now, if it revolves around how many pounds you'll lose, give me a thumbs up. But if your weight loss goal revolves around the number, like the number when you get there, so if it's going to be like 140, 145, 150, then give me some hearts so I can kind of see which team you all are on. Sylvia's all thumbs up. Okay, and Elaine, you might need to get out and get back in. I am watching myself, and it's not frozen here, so might need to get out and get back in. Okay, that's a healthy mix. So we've got a healthy mix. Kim's all hearts. Loretta's thumbs ups. Okay, so we've got a healthy mix of people who are thinking more about how many pounds they've lost versus what weight they want to be when they get there. So if you haven't thought about that, let it just kind of roll around in your head for a minute. So I had not really thought about it until Gwen asked us. Cheryl says, I'm teamless because I don't care about either one. So Cheryl, you can just do a happy face, like a smiling face or something. Okay, so I had not really thought about it. Well, I did when I was setting my lifetime goal. But when I first set my lifetime goal, I chose a nice round number of pounds that I wanted to be down. So I wanted it to be exactly 50. So I was like 50 pounds, plus there was a charm. Okay, I don't know if there still is or not, but there was a charm back then when you got to 50 pounds. Hello, Anna, I don't think I saw you sneak in there. But I wanted to be at 50 pounds, A, because it was a nice round number, B, you got a charm when you got to 50 pounds. But when I got there, it turns out that wasn't the right number for me. So just going for a flat, number of pounds lost, that ended up not being a good number for me. So instead, I chose a number on the scale. Neither of those is wrong. I'm not saying either one is right or either one is wrong, but just think about that. So when you're thinking about this weight loss goal, do you want it to be in terms of pounds lost? Or do you want it to be in terms of the weight? What is the weight going to be when you get there? So just think about that a little bit. Okay, and Sylvia says the number of pounds takes her, she says the number of pounds takes her to her number. So both of them. Perfect, okay? And hello, Anna. So, okay, so that's one thing to think about. And then the ups and downs. So remember at the beginning when I said that it is a scientific fact that there has to be a 3,500 calorie deficit or surplus, thank you, Scott, for reminding me about that, to lose or gain a pound. That means setting a weight loss goal, whether it's short-term or long-term. We need to understand that there are things that affect the scale more than just the calorie deficit or the calorie surplus, okay, that affects the scale. So there are many factors that can land us on a temporary, listen to me, temporary weight gain or temporary weight loss, okay? There are many things that can land us there. Yeah, Jennifer, that was me. Jennifer, I'm sorry, I'm going to sidetrack for a second. Jennifer says, once I got to my goal, I realized it was too low for me, so I set a new goal, a little higher weight. That's exactly what I did too, because I wasn't happy at my goal weight. But anyway, there are many factors that can land us on a temporary weight loss or gain. And okay, Karen, you must have missed the first of the chat because I'm looking into that some more. So Karen just said, what do you think about Weight Watchers jumping on the prescription weight loss program? So Karen, I'm doing my research on that and I'm checking it out and I'm trying to gather all the information, and I don't have enough information to have an opinion tonight. So I won't have an opinion until I have looked at as many factors as I can. Okay, so but some of these things though that can cause you a temporary weight loss, or like a temporary weight loss or a temporary weight gain, one of them is whoosh. And several of you know what I'm talking about when I say whoosh. So whoosh is not, I don't know if there's any scientific anything behind that, but many of us have experienced the whoosh. Okay, we're not going to get sidetracked. Okay, let's not get sidetracked on that, okay? I said at the beginning, let's not just focus on Weight Watchers' new purchase. I talked about it at the beginning. If y'all want to go back and hear what I said, you can watch that later. But we're not going to sidetrack that on that right now. That does not affect what we're doing today, at all. Oh, and thank you, Barbara. Barbara's right. My wedding anniversary, mine and John's wedding anniversary is this week. He's been at work so much, I've completely forgotten, but thank you very much, Barbara. Okay, so whoosh, several of y'all have experienced whoosh, and that seems to happen to me is when your body is kind of hanging on for dear life, to those last few pounds, or to some weight, for a little while, and then all of a sudden, whoosh, it lets go. Okay, that does not mean, the whoosh does not mean that you, thank you, Mary. The whoosh does not mean that you, what day would my anniversary be? Today's the 12th. It'll be in 5 days, whatever day that is. It's on the 17th. But the whoosh does not mean that you had no calorie deficit for days and days and days or weeks, and then all of a sudden you had a calorie deficit of 10, 15, 20,000 calories. That's not what that means. But the whoosh happens. I'm telling you, it happens. Okay, next is sodium. Sodium is a major, so the whoosh would be like this. Sodium is a major culprit for many of us showing a gain on the scale. I had several days, my anniversary's on Friday. Maybe we can go do something. Thank you, Carol Lou. But sodium, if I have sodium too many times, too many days in a row, first of all, it will burn my lips. Second of all, my weight will go like this, okay? So sodium is a culprit. Hormones, those lovely hormones. Don't even need to say anything else about that. Y'all know where I'm headed with that. And exercise, don't let this one scare you, but you can also show a gain, so you can also show a gain while you're working out. Your plasma stores water. So you store water in your plasma, and if you don't, it stores it up just in case, just to make sure that you don't get dehydrated. So if you're not drinking enough water when you're exercising, you can actually show a little weight gain because everything's holding on to more water. Your muscles are holding on to more. Your plasma's holding on to more. Oh my gosh, she's losing too much water, or he is losing too much water. So you can show a little gain. Also, when you're exercising and you're sweating so much, you can show a temporary weight loss. So just remember to drink enough, stay hydrated when you're exercising. So just remember, whether your roller coaster is going up or it's going down, to remember that ride, just to enjoy that ride. Maybe scream a little, scream a little on that ride, and be ready to high-five your friends when you get to the end. Okay, so this journey is going to be a roller coaster. So that average of 1 to 2 pounds per week, that's a good weight loss average. You're not going to lose 1 to 2 pounds every week. Okay, there are going to be some weeks that you don't lose 1 to 2 pounds, even when you've done everything right. But the roller coaster is okay. So your homework for this week is Roller Coaster Roundup. It's ROLL, it's hashtag ROLLERCOASTERROUNDUP, Roller Coaster Roundup. And this week's homework is for those of you who've been around the block, you've ridden a weight loss roller coaster or two, and you've got some sage advice for some people that are either getting back on the ride, that are getting on the ride for the first time. I'm serious, we're better when we are in this together. So new people that are struggling, people that are just having trouble wrapping their heads around the fact, that we've, when they set their goal, that you don't just go, you don't just set your weight loss goal here and go and go straight to it. That doesn't happen. Your goal, is going to be here, and it's going to do this. So I want all of these people until you get to it. So I want all of you people, me included, who've been around, for a while. I want y'all to give some advice they don't just have to be new. Thank you, Lynn, for posting that. Newbies, maybe just struggling, believing, you know, I mean, it's when you're in the midst of it, it's hard to believe that you're going to come out of it. It's hard to believe that you're going to be on the downhill side of the roller coaster again. So, I just want you to give a little bit of advice, but what I want you to do is to tell somebody, I just want you to post with the hashtag roller coaster roundup. I want you to post something, just something that, just what it takes to stay on that roller coaster when it's down or when it's up, you know, just something that you know that works to keep that roller coaster rounded up. So roller coaster roundup, just something that's going to keep you from jumping off the ride. Okay. And I know that it's going to help somebody. They may not tell you and you may not ever know, but I promise you it's going to help somebody. So tell us one thing that for sure, hello Sandra from Demon's Ferry, tell us one thing that you know for sure affects your ride on this weight loss roller coaster, you know, that has nothing to do with calorie deficits. So it can't be something, I mean, it can't be, oh, I ate 3,500 less calories. That can't be it, okay? It has to be something that you do. So something that you do, and like Mary says, stay the course and it will work out. So something that you do. So like for me, I don't eat sodium before a weigh-in because I know that's going to be a false positive. You know, if I've eaten a lot of sodium before I go and weigh in, I am guaranteed. So I'm just going to say, don't eat sodium the day before you weigh in, okay? Or the day of your weigh-in. No extra sodium, because for me that could be a 2 to 3 pound upswing. Okay, so I just did my homework. Okay, so everybody, do your homework. We're past ready for the second half of tonight's chat. So I'm going to go ahead and get my drink of water. If you're new, when at the halfway point, we go ahead and get a, oh yes, Sandra, the turtles do also cross the finish line. And thank you, Sandra, for reminding me to drink my water. So you all go ahead and get a drink of water. If you're new, we get some water. Everybody has to drink some water at the halfway mark. Even Dusty, who's trying desperately to get my attention. Okay, in the second half of tonight's chat, we are going to be making some food. So I'm going to go ahead and put my hair up because I would like to be able to eat this later without my hair being in it. And I'm going to go ahead and grab my apron. If you are brand new or if you're watching this on YouTube, and that is just youtube.com, search If You Have an Egg. Hello, Barbara. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can watch the first half of the chat. Well, the entire chat, the chat in its entirety. But when you see me put on the apron, that means we are getting ready to either make something fun, do something fun. Sometimes it's playing a game. Tonight, it is making food. So I mentioned earlier that I don't have a TikTok, not planning on getting a TikTok. Oh wait, Jennifer just bought the Aldi soup and is excited to try it this week. Oh yes, with the pumpkin cornbread muffin recipe. I ate the last of my cornbread pumpkin muffins from last week, and I am telling you, I'm already ready for some more. I had forgotten how good those are, because I don't really usually make them this time of year. Man, they're so good. They are so good, and they are so, I don't know, they're just so moist. I love them. Okay. So this is the second half, and we're going to be doing something fun. I told you I don't know, I haven't gotten into TikTok, you know, whatever. John is not, he is not technologically savvy at all. And, ooh, and Jennifer even made her daughter gluten-free ones. Awesome. He's not tech savvy at all, but he has gotten on TikTok just to get some, he thinks it's a, self-help thing. He does not realize all the other stuff that's on TikTok because he's literally just getting on there to see how to do things, you know, like how do you get this disconnected from that, you know, or whatever. So tonight for the second half of our chat though, I did not see this on TikTok, even though it is from TikTok, but we're going to be doing the TikTok tortilla hack. So I needed to plan 3 lunches for next week. No, Dusty. He thinks he's getting the food. You'll see why here in a second. But I needed 3 lunches for this week. So we're going to go ahead and do the TikTok tortilla hack so that I can have my 3 lunches for this week. Okay, first things first, you need tortillas. So, and I'm going to use a larger plate so that I've got plenty of room to set this out. You're going to want to get something, you're going to get Okay, Mary, I'll stop. It's my food though. You're gonna want to get a tortilla. So either you're going to want to get like a low carb or like you can do. Now I went to Target again this week, so I did not get my choice of tortillas. So my choice of tortillas, I mean, I love cut to carb, but they're not round. You would need to cut them. You need to cut them into a circle. I love oh my gosh, La Banderita, their low carb tortillas. They're called Carb Smart, I think. And I do like, there is a high fiber, oh my goodness, I can see it. I can see the package. What's the high fiber package one? Or the high fiber one, I can see the package. Olay Extreme Wellness, but you have to get the high fiber one, okay? So you want to find one though that's like between 1 and 2 points. I had to scan every single thing of tortillas at Target today to find one that was 2 points or less. So this one is the Market Pantry. These are from Target, and it's their carb conscious flour tortillas. I opted for flour tortillas. Yes, Sylvia, Olay Extreme Wellness. Yes, and yes, Jennifer, Olay. So they did not have those at Target today, so I opted for these. The other brand that they did have was like a lot higher, like there were 5 points or something. So anyway, so I opted for this. So you will notice this is a tortilla, and what they do for the hack is you can use clean scissors, you can use a knife, you can use anything sharp. You could use a pizza cutter if you can stop yourself from cutting it too far in it, and you're simply going to cut. And yeah, Debbie, I know I could not get anything. Debbie says the larger Olay Extreme Wellness works better for the folding method, and that is what we're going to do tonight. This is going to be a smaller version of that because this is what tortillas they had at Target today. But you're just going to come up about halfway on the tortilla and cut. You're just going to cut a line. Okay, and I needed these for my lunch for this week. So I'm going to do 3 different kinds. The first one that I'm going to do is, let me get my stuff over here. It's going to have refried beans, and it is going to have, let's see, okay, this one did not have spinach on it. It's going to have refried beans. It's going to have an egg, guacamole, and a little bit of cheese. And so this first one is going to be 7 smart points. So I have an egg that I had already fried, okay? And I'm gonna put that in one corner of this wrap. So this is gonna be hard to hold up and show you all, but remember, if you think about this like in fourths, if you think about this tortilla being in fourths, so now I have in 1/4 of this tortilla, I have 1 egg that I fried, okay? So I've got that. Then I'm gonna do some refried beans, and of course the egg is 0 points. This tortilla happened to be 2 points. Hold on, I lost my cut mark. There it is. So this tortilla happened to be 2 smart points. You can do Olay Extreme Wellness. Again, if you get the high fiber one, that is 1 smart point. There are a lot of different ones that are only 1, or some that are this size that are 2, smart points. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. Just, 1 extra point. So I've got 2 smart points for this wrap, or this brand of wrap. Then I've got 0 points for the egg. I've got 0 points for these are fat-free refried beans. I've got 0 points for that. I'm going to add some guacamole. The guacamole that I'm adding is 3. It would be 3 smart points if I used the whole thing. I'm going to use about half of that, so that's like 1.5 points, but in Weight Watchers math, you have to round it up to 2. Okay, so I'm going to use half. This is one of the holy guacamole. One of these, Orlando Debbie taught me to put these in the freezer to keep them, for when I need them. So guess what? I just grabbed one out of the freezer. So far, we've got the tortilla sliced about halfway up in the middle, and then we have a fried egg, some refried beans, some guacamole, and then to that, I'm going to add a little bit of cheese. So this is just a little bit of shredded cheese. and that is 2 points worth of cheese. So is this making sense to everybody? So we've got a tortilla split halfway up, fried egg, refried beans, fat-free refried beans, holy guacamole, and some shredded cheese, and then you take it and we're gonna fold it. So you fold, I don't know if I can do this holding the plate or not, but you fold up. So you fold one corner up, then you fold it the next way, okay? And then you fold this side up. And you can start on either side. So that egg is a little thick. So I'm gonna undo this, and I'm gonna start with the egg side just because that was a little thick. So egg, fold over, and fold over. Okay, so now we've got this. So now you have this wedge. You've got this wedge, you know, kind of a sandwich. And I'm going to be putting, I don't have a panini press. So on TikTok, this is done on a panini press. I do not have one. So instead, and I want to have time to make all three of these. So instead, I'm going to use my trusty waffle iron, which I use for the Weggos. So I'm just going to put a little bit of nonstick spray on there. Okay. And I'm going to put my first sandwich in there. And so now, if I can keep all my contents in there. See that? Yeah, Debbie, I think the air fryer would be good for this. Okay, so I'm going to use my waffle iron as a panini press. Okay, the second one that I'm going to make. Who likes a good tuna melt? Me. I love a good tuna melt. So again, we just did this. Y'all remember? We're going to take the tortilla. We're going to cut it straight line about halfway up. So the tortilla is going to be like that. Then to this one, I have a packet of tuna, and I'm going to do the Star-Kissed Tuna Creations. I'm going to do the ranch flavor. And this is 1 smart point for the entire pack. So the one that is on my fake panini press right now, oh my goodness, why can I not get this open? The one that's on my fake panini press right now on my waffle iron. Dusty, you're going to have to hush, buddy. See, y'all see why he's crying now? Because he's like, oh my gosh, we're making eggs, and now we're doing tuna. And let's see, Loretta says, oh, I have to try that with my waffle iron. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Debbie's exactly right. She said spray the outside with, spray the outside and then put it in the air fryer so it'll be crispy. So I'm going to do my first corner, and Dusty's dying. I may give him this tuna packet and let him work on this while we chat, just so he'll calm down. So I'm gonna do, because he's like, he eats tuna for dinner. So he's like, oh my gosh, I've got to have some tuna. So on this one, my first quadrant, so that first quarter is gonna be half of the tuna. Then I am going to add some of the cheese. So I've got cheese in my second quadrant because I love a good tuna melt. And I can hear my other one kind of crisping up over here. Okay, that's in the next one. Then I'm going to put a little bit of spinach. No, I'm sorry, I'm going to put some more tuna. I went out of order. So I'm going to put some more tuna in this third quadrant. So if you think about it, having like 4 rectangles, that's basically what we're doing here. So rectangle number 1 on this one has tuna because I want the tuna and the cheese to be the shining stars. Okay, I'm just going to cut this open. Okay, sorry, Loretta, it is 2 tablespoons of cheese. So it depends on what kind of cheese you're going to use. I did not have any Velveeta. Usually I use Velveeta shredded cheese for something like this, but I did not have any, so I just used, I've just got regular shredded cheese this time. Oh, this will make Dusty very happy. Okay, now he's got some tuna to work on, so maybe he can be quiet. Okay, so I've got tuna, cheese, tuna. So right now, in my quadrants, I've got tuna, cheese, tuna. Then I'm going to add just a little bit of spinach on this side. And remember, like Debbie said, if you get the bigger tortilla, it's going to fold up a lot easier. So, Yeah, and Debbie, I saw the Laughing Cow cheese was at, they did have that at Target today, but I did not have enough funds to procure that. Okay, so I'm just going to fold over quadrant 1. So remember, fold, and you can fold it in either direction. Actually, let me check my panini real quick. Oh, that is looking good. Good. Oh, yeah. I think that one's ready. I'm going to go ahead and take that one out. And I'll show you all these when I get done with them. Okay, so there's number 1. So we're going to fold on number 2. So number 2 is tuna, cheese, tuna, spinach. And then when you get done folding, again, we have, see that? See how cool this looks? I know. Again, not a TikToker. I'm just not a TikToker, but I'm thinking this is going to be something really, really cool. Okay. On this one, again, just a little spritz. If you have a panini maker, that's what they were showing to make it on. I do not have one, so I'm using my waffle iron. Debbie says she thinks you can do it in an air fryer. I don't see why not. So I think that would be good. Oh, and Loretta says she would eat this, even eat this for supper with a big salad. I think that's a fantastic idea. And see, here's the silly part. I'm saying I'm making these for lunch next week, but I'm thinking about trying one of these. Okay, look how this one turned out. So this one was the tortilla with an egg, with a fry, and I keep doing this fried egg. I just cracked 2 eggs in a pan and let them, kind of separate each other. And I had sprayed a little bit of nonstick spray in the pan, cooked them until they were almost fried, and then flipped it over. Oh, Debbie, that's a good idea. Debbie does this for burgers also, and Sandra says she has seen this done in a skillet. That's a great idea. But so this first one is the tortilla, an egg, a fried egg, refried beans, guacamole, cheese, and all of this is 7 smart points. So it's 7 because it's 7 just mostly because of the guacamole. Well, actually mine would only be 6 because I put half of the thing of guacamole on there. But look how yummy that looks. I haven't decided yet which one I want to try. I'll let you know when we get the third one done. Okay, and I was also thinking about, I'm just going to sidetrack for a second and tell you that I was also thinking about doing a sweet one, but I need to go find some more fat-free ricotta cheese, and I can only find that at Publix here in town. But I was thinking about doing one with fat-free ricotta cheese and applesauce and apples. Does that not sound fantastic? Ooh, yeah. Paula says turkey pepperoni. That would be so good. That would be so good. And Loretta, ground chicken should not have points if it is just ground chicken breast. And ooh, and Sylvia has a griddle in the middle of her stove. So we had a few chats ago, I honestly don't remember which chat it was, I showed you all how to make your own ground chicken. Julie had taught me how to do it, and I showed you all how to do it. And if you use your own, if you use just chicken breast and make your own ground chicken, it would be 0 points. And let's see, Phyllis said she's made some of these before and just toasted them on in a cast iron skillet. That's a fantastic idea. Okay, let's see how this one's doing before we go to the next one. Ooh, yeah. I'm thinking the tuna melt's probably the one that I'm going to be trying for y'all because I love a good tuna melt. And Debbie says, ooh, make a Taco Bell wrap. Taco meat, refried beans, cheese, lettuce, and tomato. What? Oh my goodness. So Loretta, if it's just chicken, it's 0. It's just 0. Just type in ground chicken. If you just type in ground chicken breast. So that either has rib meat or it's got seasoning. So just type in ground chicken breast. Okay, so let's do one more. Okay, and again, we're going to cut it in the middle so that it is like this. And okay, so Loretta, okay, so because I'm doing great on time, I'm going to stop and explain this to Loretta real quick, and for anybody else that was wondering, and I don't remember which chat it was in, but literally I take the chicken, and Julie taught me how to do this. So you take chicken breast, cut it into cubes, and I froze it on a cookie sheet. I think I froze it for like an hour, and then literally just dropped it in the food processor. You don't do it for very long. You just kind of want to pulse until you get it to the consistency that you want. And then I put mine into Ziploc bags of about a half a pound, about a half a pound per bag. And that way I had ground chicken. And it was so, okay, Julie did it because ground chicken was so expensive, in her area. But, watch out, buddy. Julie did it because ground chicken was so expensive in her area. But, yeah, I mean, it takes a minute to get it prepped, but then it is such a great convenience item. Okay, so let me check this. And then you know for sure that it's 0 because you know what's in it. Okay, yep, this one's looking good too. Okay, let's go ahead and get this one out before we move on to the last one. Yeah, nice and warm. So this one is the tuna melt. Also smelling fantastic. That smells so good. And I love a good tuna melt. Love, love, love. Okay. This last one, again, I already cut the tortilla. Already cut that. Okay, the last one is going to be a little bit of low. It is, well, I'm going to do the egg first, sorry. I'm going to make this a ham and egg. So here's my other fried egg, and that's going to go down here in this lower quadrant. Then in the next one, I am going to get fancy, and I'm going to use palmetto cheese, which is pimento cheese, but it's made in South Carolina, so they call it palmetto cheese. I'm going to do one. Oh, Sylvia. What? Sylvia's never had a tuna melt? Oh my goodness, Sylvia, you must try one. You must try one. You have to. Oh my goodness, you absolutely have to. So the palmetto cheese does have quite a few points. So the palmetto cheese for 1 tablespoon is 3 smart points, but trust me, it is so worth it. It is so worth the 3 smart points. Okay, so I've got an egg, and then I've got 1 tablespoon of palmetto cheese, and then I've got some ham. So this is just lean ham, and some more spinach. Cheryl, so a tuna melt, well, Cheryl hasn't had a tuna melt because she can't stomach the tuna. So I mean, there's a lot of people that just don't, that don't like tuna. I happen to love tuna. If you don't like tuna, do you happen to like salmon? Because the salmon melt is also delicious. So this one has, in the lower quadrant, it has a fried egg again. It has 1 tablespoon of palmetto cheese. You could use whatever you wanted to. You could use the shredded cheese. You could do regular pimento cheese. You can do whatever you want to. Because remember, I'm just made these up out of things that I had here except for the tortillas. Some lean ham and some spinach. And this one, the tortilla, now remember the tortillas that I bought at Target today are, they are 2 points. You can find Olay Extreme Wellness. You can use Cut to Carb, and you can cut those into circles. You could use, I like the La Banderita Carb Smart. Those are excellent too. I was at Target today, didn't have any other choices. Yeah, Laughing Cow cheese would be great, Loretta. So I didn't have any other choice, so I got these carb conscious. So these were from Target, and they are called Market Pantry Carb Conscious Flour Tortillas, and they are 2 smart points for the tortilla. So try to find one that's 1 or 2 smart points. And yeah, Sandra's exactly right. She says it's just a grilled cheese with tuna salad. Oh, and she likes ham melted. Yeah, excellent. Okay, so I'm going to fold this one. I'm going to fold my egg up into the palmetto cheese. I'm going to fold all of this over onto the ham. Woo, and then I'm going to try my best to get the spinach snugged in there. Okay, there we go. So now we've got, so this one's basically an egg, ham, and cheese. And the ham that I'm using is, it was 1 smart point because it was very lean ham. Okay, this is going to be the last one. Oh yeah, these are smelling so good. Okay, while we're waiting on that one to cook, because we have just a few minutes left, I am going to try the tuna melt and see how that one is. And I accidentally got a little bit of guacamole I'm sorry. I accidentally got excited. A little bit of guacamole with that belt. Oh, because it's on the tortilla. Okay, so this is the tuna melt. I'm going to go ahead and try a bite of it. Wow, I love a tuna melt. My goodness, I love a tuna melt. Well, I have one more to get out and show you all. That's over here in the waffle iron right now. But I just want to say thank you, TikTok. Thank you, TikTok. Still not going to get on you yet. The jury's still out on that. But look how fantastic those look. Wow, that is so delicious. That was so easy to make. Like, we made 3 of them. We made 3 of those in, like, 20 minutes. 20, 25 minutes. Let's check on this last one and see how it's doing. Oh, yeah. That is looking super good. We're going to give that just another minute. While we're giving that one just another minute, throw out some ideas. What are some other things that y'all would put on there? Excuse me. The Laughing Cow cheese is a great idea. The grilled cheese. You could do, let's see. Cheryl was talking about chicken. Cheryl, you could do chicken, and like if you like melted cheese on the chicken, you could do some barbecue sauce. Wouldn't that be good? Ooh. Yeah. So Loretta, the tuna melt is tuna, cheese, and spinach, but I used a packaged tuna, and Dusty has destroyed the package, or I would show it to you. But it was a packaged tuna. It was the ranch flavor. Yeah, Velveeta slices would be good, Phyllis. That would be a good one too. Oh, I can hear this sizzling back here. It sounds great. I cannot wait to get this out. Yeah, barbecue chicken. Cheryl, what do you think about that? And Sylvia, it is sort of like a fajita. It's sort of like, I don't know, it's like a fajita sandwich. Yeah, you could make like a fajita. That would be excellent. And yeah, Carol, this is a great idea for breakfast. Okay, let's get this one out and see how it looks. I am definitely 100% seeing this as a staple at our house. This is like a fancy Hot Pocket. Okay? This is like a super fancy Hot Pocket. So this one is the egg. It is, let's see, it's the tortilla, it's ham, the egg, palmetto cheese, and spinach. And this one is 6 smart points all together. And Nancy, I did not have to put any, Nancy asked if I put mayonnaise on the tuna. I did not have to, because that one already had ranch flavoring in it. And so I think that's why it was 1 point. But it's delicious. You do not need any. It is, oh yeah, Phyllis, it's a grown-up Hot Pocket. That's exactly what this is. So I thought these were a fantastic idea. Again, thank you, TikTok, for this. Never would have thought of this. Debbie says it's easier to fold. I'm gonna let this one cook just a little bit longer. Debbie says it's easier to fold if you use one of the bigger tortillas, like an Olay Extreme Wellness. But I am super pumped to have these for lunch this week. This seems like it would be something that you could go ahead and make ahead, and that you could make ahead, and then you could maybe wrap them in like aluminum foil or something and freeze them. And I think that would be fantastic. And Debbie says she has made the fillings for breakfast items in the past with half of a potato cake, egg, cheese, and sausage patty. Fantastic. Okay, so I hope you all found something that you're going to try, except for Cheryl and the tuna. No tuna for Cheryl. Everybody else, you can have tuna. But I hope you all enjoyed this. I hope you will try one of these and let me see what you made, because I'm open for any and all ideas. I've got the entire rest of this packet of tortillas that I can use, but I thought it was a great idea. Maybe I might have to check out TikTok. I don't know. We'll see. But you all have a great week. If you're watching this on YouTube, please go ahead and please go watch on YouTube, please. But please watch the next video. Let it go ahead and roll over. I promise you'll enjoy it. No tuna for Lynn either. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Go ahead and click that subscribe button, and yeah, and click that little bell too, so that you will know when the next video is posted. But I hope you all had a great time. I'm going to go pick one of these and eat them. It's not even going to make it until my lunch for next week, so I guess I'll have to make a 4th one so that I can have 3 for lunch next week. But y'all have a great week, and thank you all for the anniversary wishes. Thank you, Debbie. That was very sweet of you all. But y'all have a great week, and I'll see you next time. Good night.